God, this is the first time I've been in front of the camera in so long. This is ridiculous. I'm no longer in my AT&T apartment. I'm in my actual apartment here at Purdue. Everything's just really complicated. Everything's gotten really complicated over the past semester. It's not an excuse, but I've wanted to get back into YouTube for so long. For those of you who follow me, Snapchat, Instagram, I put up a couple of vlogs here and there, but for the most part, I've been taking it easy. I really needed this break. I felt like there was a lot being thrown at me, not only with my internship, but with the YouTube channel, with reading, with studying. I've taken quite a few credit hours this past semester, and it's just been an incredible opportunity to just kind of, one, see what it's like to work for at least 15 hours a day, but also just to kind of put a lot of pressure on myself and see how I do. It's something that I feel I've handled well, but I really needed a break. I needed a break in order to kind of get myself back on track, because I felt like the quality of not only this content, but the quality of every area of my life was kind of lacking. That being said, I knew that, at some point, once I finally get this last mental break, to give myself the opportunity to kind of recover and come back, I knew that I kind of wanted to clarify what this channel is going to be, not only to everybody that's watching, but to me as well, because at the end of the day, this is a resource for me as well. It's honestly a huge thing in order to keep myself accountable. For those of you who don't know, and I probably have never clarified this in a previous video, my dream as of about a year and a half ago is to become financially free. I know I'm still young, but at the end of the day, there's younger people than me that are doing so much more. And I look up to those types of people. I look up to the people that are doing so much, that aren't being selfish with their lives and taking the opportunities that they've been given, either from their parents or from the system that we live in, or just in general from society, and turning that into something they can utilize both financially and through their own happiness. So at the end of the day, this is one of my biggest dreams, is one, ultimately become financially free, so this way my future wife, my future kids don't have to go through the same troubles that I've kind of been going through as a kid, and still go through, because of that lack of financial resources, but also along the way to stay happy. And that's why I needed that break. This video just to kind of announce that, hey, I'm back. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna lie, I have a little bit of anxiety being up here right now, and it's been a long time since I've been in front of the camera. And at the end of the day, I want this channel to not kind of be a resource, of course, as I mentioned before, to introverted young professionals all across the world, but at the same time to hold myself accountable towards that dream. At the end of the day, I think it's great whenever I have a spotlight on me, or the tension, the pressure of, oh, I have to put up this video of what I'm doing, what I'm working on, what I've learned, what I've read, seminar I've been to, things like that. It's just an incredible way to not only create content for you guys, to create content for people in my age group, but also to create content as a means of holding myself accountable, to making sure that my life is interesting, to making sure that I'm staying happy, and to making sure that I'm every single day working towards that dream of financial freedom. And it's definitely still an introverted approach. At the end of the day, that's what this channel is. I'm an introverted person at heart. I'm still someone that likes to stay in rather than go out most of the time. At my AT&T internship during the summer, in just those 10 weeks, I feel I've changed drastically over this past semester. Since I've been putting less time towards YouTube, I've been putting so much more time at my job here at the call center, putting so much more time into my classes, just really catching up there. And I feel I've been able to gain so much over the past 5-6 months alone, 7 months, including most of the internship, that I haven't gotten through most of my life. I feel I've grown so much, and because of that, this channel is geared towards everybody in our age group as a means of just, one, showcasing my journey and the things that I've learned, and to hold myself accountable towards that dream of financial freedom, as well as to help my fellow peers who have not read a certain book, or have not been fortunate enough to attend a certain seminar, or things like that. It's a way to hold myself, once again, to hold myself accountable, and to hold the people around me accountable to doing more and creating a long-lasting legacy for every single person out there that's watching. So once again, I know this isn't anything big right now. This channel isn't a huge channel. I've had maybe 30 something subscribers at the time of watching this, but I value every single one of them, because at the end of the day, if you're willing to support me, I'm here to support you guys. And that's what this whole channel is about. As I mentioned in that original video that I created on why you should subscribe to this channel, I'll link that up here. We are a support network of not only introverted young people, but young people in general, people who know they can do more and have a greater calling. For the first half of this semester, I guess you could say I've been going through somewhat of a midlife crisis. And what I mean by that is, look, I'm only 21 and I have a lot to learn. There's so many people that are, like I said, younger than me, but doing so much more. And to see things like that, one, it's motivating, but it also reminds me of how much I have left to learn. It's overwhelming. The idea of financial freedom isn't easy. It takes people at least their entire 20s and 30s. Sometimes they go unmarried for that entire time. You know, there's a lot you have to sacrifice, and there's a lot that I wasn't sure if I wanted to sacrifice for the majority of the semester. You know, once again, I can make an entire video on this. But that's why I needed that break. I needed to think about things, to remind myself of why I started this in the first place. You know, to remind myself that, hey, I don't want to go through what my parents go through every single day, what my little brother goes through every single day. That negativity is what holds us back. You know, though it took me months to realize that, it finally led me back to the same place, towards realizing that, hey, through this break, I don't feel like I'm doing anything. I don't feel like I'm creating that legacy that I wanted to create. I don't feel like I'm reaching that dream of financial freedom. And that's what drew me back to that. It's like, hey, if I can get this YouTube channel going again, I can once again start to hold myself accountable towards maintaining all these larger goals, but also these miniature goals, making sure that I'm actually doing what I'm learning, that I'm actually doing what I'm reading, that I'm actually doing what I'm listening to. So, you know, at the end of the day, that's the biggest kind of facet of this channel that I hope to kind of convey. Is it's a channel that's about the journey. It's about not only my journey, but our journey. It's a way to bring us all together, create a community of young professionals that are willing to do whatever it takes to really reach success. And yeah, that means you got to give up a lot, but you know, at the end of the day, that's why that choice needs to be made, and I had to make that choice. So I just wanted to list off a couple new things, new ideas I've had towards things that I want to kind of bring towards this channel. So I want to start trying to commit myself to at least 2 videos every month, if not more. And that's for right now, you know, while I'm in school. Once that ends, obviously it's gonna open up a lot more. And I'm really excited to see what happens after I graduate, because I have some things cooking that I think are gonna be really interesting. One thing I'm really excited about is a podcast that I'm actually working on. It's gonna be a monthly podcast. Outside of that, there's certain things that we're still fleshing out, so we're not ready to talk too much about it at this time, but I'm working on it with a good friend of mine. Tomorrow, actually, you're gonna see my first full video go up, and that's going to be an interview that I recorded with him a while back about his business, the Match Nation, something that he's been working on for a while. Another thing I'm really excited about is something that I've been wanting to release for a very long time now. Ever since I first launched my YouTube channel, I did it during my AT&T internship in their B2B sales division. Well, I'm actually accepting their full-time offer. And I've wanted to do a video just covering, you know, the awesome things that I've kind of went through in that program, as well as a couple downsides. You know, at the end of the day, like, I want to bring truth to the industry no matter where I work, and, you know, kind of showcase what my experiences have been like in their truest light. But obviously they've been mostly positive, because, you know, I'm going back to work with them. They're an excellent company. The people I talk to, the recruiters, and the other full-time workers and everybody, there's so much I want to talk about. So I'm really excited to release that video. I'm going to be recording that soon, but that's definitely one of my top priorities, is getting that out. Along with that, I'm also setting a goal right now to do at least 2 to 3 books every month. And what I mean by that is read them, of course. So I want to be making sure I'm posting book reviews. This is just a way to hold myself accountable. So if you're not seeing any book reviews from me, it's probably because I haven't been reading. So that's something that is not going to happen, and that's exactly why I want to throw that out there, because I want to hold myself accountable. This is going to be a great way to do that. I love reading. At the end of the day, it's just going to be about making sure that I make time to do it over other things. I do want to release a couple videos before my time here at Purdue ends, related to kind of my experience in college. What I mean by that is, for those of you who know me in real life, you know that I hate college. I think the idea of it is great, but there's a lot that's lacking from the system. There's a lot of problems that result in a ton of other problems later down the road. And I don't want to get too into this, because I can go on about this forever. That being said, college is an entire video in itself, or multiple videos, and there's a lot that I want to kind of cover. Just things that I wish I knew 4 years ago before I came into Purdue University. I love Purdue. I love being here. I love the people I met. But at the end of the day, there's so much that I feel like I could have changed in my own life, and just so much I wish I would have known when I started college 4 years ago, that, you know, high school advisors, high school people, they're never going to tell you this. College recruiters, they're never going to tell you this. To wrap things up here, thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this. Like I said, I wanted to keep this as short as possible. This recording in itself was about 30 minutes, but we're going to make sure we get that down to under 15 in whatever shape or form we can, because at the end of the day, this is just an announcement to show that I'm back and to show what's coming on this channel. Once again, I'm really excited for the possibility that's coming in the near future here. I'm really excited for all those ideas I talked about. And I also ask you guys to stay tuned for that interview tomorrow. You know, once again, David Matura is a really good friend of mine. I'm really excited to release that. And we're going to probably release that around 24 hours from the time of posting this video. So once again, stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you guys so much. I wish you guys the best of luck with this semester. If you guys are in college, you guys are working, I wish you guys the best of luck next time you go into work. Make sure you're 10xing everything you do. We're here to help each other. That's what this community is all about. And that can't happen unless everybody's doing their part to make sure they're maintaining that positive environment for everybody to learn, grow, and create a long-lasting legacy for decades to come. So once again, guys, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, pass this channel along to all your friends and family. Let's get that community going. And in the words of one of my favorite influencers, Gary Vee, it's not always about the goal, but it's about the journey.